Work two angles. So one will be mainly pretty much everyone. I'll show another angle to some other specific people. We're going to change our level and just get a bear hug on the legs. We've done this one before, and I think you guys should use it a lot more often because it's pretty safe. Once I've cleared his level and I'm right here, maybe controlling his bicep, and it's a neutral 50-50 position, I'm going to take a gamble and shoot under his leg. My right arm's coming underneath his leg, center of the hamstring, and look it, I'm grabbing his pants. Grabbing the trousers or pants right there on the right side. Or I can gable grip. And then I'm gonna come across and grab my wrist, and I'm gonna tighten my elbow super tight. Naturally, anyone with a decent game is gonna do what? Try to push your shoulder, right? And get their butt back. As I feel that, I'm gonna tripod and straight back with my butt high, and as he pushes, I'm gonna pop back and try to break his guard open. Look at my weight, where's it teetering? On his hip. What's my right hand doing? It's controlling his hip. So as I come around, number one, I bring my knee in. Number two, he's gonna be framing me, so it's important you do this. I don't wanna come this way, it will never work. As he's framing me, I'm punching this way. As soon as I start, I come here then, and release and block the hip. When someone's framing you dead on here, this doesn't do anything. I have to come at it at an angle to deal with the frame. And I don't release the pants until as I'm punching that frame, then I release and I block the hip. I'm controlling his hip with the pants and all my weight on the hip. But once I punch that frame, I come around here, then I can smooth it over into side control. What everyone oftentimes does is you go too hard to the head and you don't control the hip and you go dead on to the framing and you find yourself just having a hard time passing his guard. So one more time. Normal half guard, it's tight, we're kind of here. If his butt's tight, I just kind of turn my knee in. Just windshield wiper my knee a little bit. Get it underneath, get a good grip, tight. I'm safe here, there's nothing he can do. I can grab my wrist, I can grab my material. Knees tight, drive into him a little bit. Get a reaction. When I feel him push back, I drop my legs straight back, tripod up, get over. Immediately I'm driving the shoulder pressure. Bring my knee in, frame, come around, work into side control, wherever you may go. Block the hip, and you're good. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Chris, one time so you can feel it. Sometimes feeling it's a great way to learn too. Here, we're kind of playing tight, turn my knee in, get under a bone. Grab the material, grab my wrist, pinch my knees a little tight, drive into them a little bit. So when he starts pushing my shoulder, I try to pot up, come back. Good pressure. Try to bring your knee in. Here, elbow up, you're framing, punch in, release, block the hip, come in. Kind of feel the control too of the hip when I'm coming around, controlling the pants. It gives me a little extra control when I pass. But my knee is there. I put my knee there before I release even the framing arm defense.
Yes, sir.
And then I'll replace the knee with my hand when I go to side control.
Yes, sir.
That make sense?
Sure.
Tripod back, butt up to the ceiling, or you can tripod straight back. If you don't get it the first time, you can do 2 or 3 tripods or sprawls, right? And eventually it will open the legs. If you do it right, it will put a lot of pressure on the legs. But you make sure those elbows are compressed really tight too. Because when those knees are being pressed tight, it's gonna help the legs open on the other end when you kick back. Let's work it.
Yes, sir.